So, if you've been keeping an eye out on the AI news, then you might know that Stability AI recently released Stable Diffusion XL, a model way more advanced than the original Stable Diffusion and something that can even compete with Midjourney. There are a couple of big features here like realistic image generation, proper faces, and even text on images. Now, if this is true, this means you don't need the old Stable Diffusion models. We don't need these extensions and these promoting guides, and you guys won't need to watch my tutorials either, since XL can do all of it at once. But let's check to see if Stable XL can really beat the competition. Here I have Stable Diffusion's web's UI open on one side and my favorite model, Lirio, loaded and ready to go. Here I have run Stable Diffusion XL on Dream Studio by Stability AI. To use Dream Studio, you can visit the official Stable Diffusion website. Hit the Dream Studio button here and go to try Dream Studio for free. Now, you do get limited credits with this package and need to pay money to buy more, but this will be enough to test its features. So I'm going to go back to my web UI and load the negative prompts. Set sampling steps to 50, change width, height, and switch the hires fix with higher steps set to 15. All right, I've set those up. Now I want some art of a woman in a white bikini at the beach. And I'm going to need that in a sunset background, and the woman should wear a hat and sunglasses. This is my prompt, and I hit generate. There you go. A nice piece of art with all the details. There's the beach, sunset, glasses, hair. It's got everything. Now I'm going to copy and paste this prompt into Dream Studio, and then I'm going to change the settings like setting the image count to 2, hitting advanced, then changing the width and height, as well as the sampling steps of the image. Now I've loaded the SDXL beta mode, but I'm going to be trying the 0.9 version very soon. Hit generate, and this is the result. And it feels like a big downgrade from what we got. This image has no sunset, and the second image looks pretty weird. Even the exposure is high in this one. But let me do some modifications. I go and I change the model to the SDXL 0.9 and choose the style as cinematic. Now hit generate again, and there you go. Obviously, the first image is very bad and unusable, but they've done a good job with the second one. This has the photorealistic feel they mentioned in the official page. And it has those minor details like the sunset and the beach done right, but she doesn't have the clothes we mentioned in the prompt. So in this case, old Stable Diffusion takes the win. Now let's try with a pose. I'm going to change my prompt to make sure the woman is raising her hand, and then going to create this pose in the Open Pose editor. Watch my previous tutorial for an in-depth tutorial about this. I'm going to load this into text to image, enable Open Pose, select the model, and hit generate. So the results I got were interesting. This is our pose, and according to that pose, we have the image, but the hat is too big. Her hands are a bit messed up, and there's something really weird with these waves right here. Now, if I copy and paste this same prompt into Dream Studio, hit generate, and see the results, you can see it isn't much different. The hands are still bad, but the first image follows the prompts more closely, even without us providing an open pose model to this. Now let's try a more balanced test in favor of the Stable Diffusion XL. In this home page, I've got this prompt for a scenery of a waterfall. Let me paste this into the prompt, set image count to 1, and hit generate. All right, this is pretty good. But can the old Stable Diffusion trained models do something better? Let's find out. In the web UI, I'm going to completely remove the negative prompts, then paste the same prompt here and hit generate. And this is what I got. Now this looks more cinematic than the XL version, and we've got those tiny details done right. Now if I remove the hires fix and hit generate, you see we get even better artwork with much more realism. Now this is much better compared to the Dream Studio one. And last but not least, we need to test how the new model works with hands. So I've written a prompt for a portrait of a girl covering her mouth with her hand. If I hit generate, this is what I'm going to get. You can see the hands look realistic and all that, but the number of fingers, their positions, is still the same. Now I'm curious to see how well this works if we add some embeddings, like bad hands, but since we're on Dream Studio, we can't try that one out. If I go to the old Stable Diffusion and write out the same prompt and pretty much the same or a bit worse, this is what I got without hires fix on. And then I turned on the hires fix, and this is what I got. This honestly looks like a character design for a horror story. So in terms of hands, Stable Diffusion XL shows much more promise than the older version, so I'm keeping my eye out for that. I also tried generating some art of cars, which cannot be done very much in the older models unless you use Allura. In this case, it worked better to a certain extent. I asked for a red BMW parked at the beach and it gave me a zoomed in shot of a BMW with that same light. But when I specifically mentioned to take a shot from the front, it showed an old BMW from front, but the logos were still blurred out. But if you ask me where Stable Diffusion shines, that's where you generate text inside an image. In here, I typed prompt for a woman holding a board with the text, "This is art." And here's what I got. Sure, the "is" part of the sentence is missing, but I got the letters, the details, and even the face right. But if I type the same on Stable Diffusion 1.5 trained model, I get this. And I don't know what that word's supposed to mean. So in terms of text inside images, Stable Diffusion XL shows promise. And I believe with the right amount of prompting, you can get it done. So that's my review of Stable Diffusion XL, and I'm still waiting for this to be released and integrated into the web UI so we can see some amazing results. Sure, it is a step up from the basic Stable Diffusion model, or even DALL-E, but it still needs to do a lot to match the features of the complete Automatic 111's web UI. Thanks for watching this video, and as usual, don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos like this one. That's it for today, AI Gang, and I'll see you in the next video.